Hey everybody, I'm Scott Wikle. You're listening to My Kind of Country. Great to have you with us on a Monday night. My special guest tonight is the host and the head of a wonderful benefit concert that's coming up on June the 10th at the Nashville Nightlife Theater on Music Valley Drive in Nashville. It's the 8th annual Country with Heart benefit for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. And it's a fabulous event. You can get your tickets at eventbrite.com. We will have all that information on our Facebook page. A stellar country music concert and event coming up. And I've got the gentleman here tonight to talk about it. And we're going to tell you everybody that's going to be on the show. And you're not going to want to miss this one, folks. A great cause, a great show. It's my honor to welcome my good friend Bobby Marquez to My Kind of Country. Bobby, how are you tonight?
Hey, Scott, how you doing?
Oh, fabulous. So great to talk to you again. Man, we miss you and Jennifer so much. We got to get together again one of these days.
Thank you so much for having me today. And, man, I'll tell you what, we definitely need to get together. This weather's been crazy, hasn't it?
Oh, I'm telling you, it's something else. I always tell everybody I always call you Smiling Bob because I have never seen you without a smile on your face. It's very infectious, but I'll tell you what, you've got an even bigger heart because you are putting on this fabulous concert, and it's for a wonderful cause. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you do. I've lost so many good friends to cancer. We've had so many people in our lives that have been affected by these horrible diseases, and these beautiful children need help, and you're making a big dent in helping with all the research and everything with this great concert.
Well, I tell you what, I can't believe that it's already going to be the 8th annual show already this year. It was something that I started that was near and dear to my heart, and God has blessed it, and put us in a situation, to where we're able to raise all this money for the St. Jude kids, and it's just been a fabulous ride the past 8 years, and we have so many artists that every year they always donate their time and come out because they have such big hearts, and that's why we named it Country with Heart, because there's so many artists that have a big heart that just come out every year, and it doesn't matter what the what's at stake or anything. They just come out and donate their time, and and want to see the kids and raise as much money as we can every year. So it's been a really big blessing, to be able to to be able to start all this, and here we are in the 8th annual this year.
Man, I think it's fabulous. And country music people especially are, everybody always sticks together, and there's a family there. It's a country music family, and especially a lot of the older artists that really always have stuck together and still do, and you see that so very evident with things like this.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the thing. Like I said, when we went to try to name the event, we kept trying to figure out how are we going to name this event. Country with Heart, because like you said, there's so many artists that they just have the biggest heart in country music, and anytime you mention anything like this, having to raise money for anything, they're always there, always.
Oh, that's wonderful. Folks, again, this is going to be held at the Nashville Nightlife Theater. It's on Music Valley Drive. It's just a great setting there. It's always my favorite area to go when I'm in Nashville. There's so many great places right around there to shop and to eat and to go hear some great entertainment, and it's easy on, easy off of Briley Parkway, and plenty of parking, so you don't have to do the hassles of going downtown and trying to find a place to park and all that.
Oh man, that's exactly right, Scott. We got free parking. The theater is just, oh gosh, it's a gorgeous theater. Sits up to 300 to 400 people in there. We're gonna have a buffet. For $25, it's not the money doesn't go to St. Jude for the buffet. It actually is provided by the venue, but it'll be available for anybody that comes in. And like I said, we've done it the past 3 years, and everybody just loving the buffet. And it's $35. If you get your tickets online, people can go to my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Bobby Marquez Music. They can go on there. I've got the link posted on there where they can purchase tickets, or go to eventbrite.com and look up Country with Heart, and they can get the tickets for $35 online. If you show up at the door, it's $40 to get in. And man, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a great lineup this year.
My gosh.
We're doing it like the old fanfare. Like I said, where you're going to be able to get to see some of the artists up close and get to talk to them, get their autograph. We're going to have a huge auction going on. A silent auction. And that's the way I've always wanted it. I wanted it to be like old fanfare. I didn't want it to be to where it was not personal with the fans, where an artist comes out and then leaves, and and some of the fans don't get to talk to their favorite artists. And that was the one thing that I really wanted with this event, was to be personable and have that opportunity for the fans to get up there and then you're raising money for St. Jude. I mean, we're trying to raise as much money as we can for cures for cancer and everything else. So it's been a blessing.
Oh, it's wonderful. And I do want to mention WorkoutAnytime.com. They are a big sponsor for this show as well.
I can't say enough about Workout Anytime 24/7. Steve Strickland and John Q. They're the founders of the Workout Anytime 24/7, and they've taken care of us and sponsored the event for the last 8 years, and every year they always come out and support us and everything, and we couldn't have done it without them all these years. There's just no way we could have done it.
So I
thank them very much from the bottom of my heart for being able to sponsor the event. And,
that's great.
Hopefully we can keep it going for another, as long as we can.
And the buffet, folks, I believe starts at 5 o'clock. Is that right, Bobby?
Yeah, so the doors are going to open at 5. They're going to start serving at 5:30. People can start getting the buffet at 5:30, and then we're going to have Riders in the Sky playing for folks while they're eating from 5:30 to 6.
Oh, great. Well, tell me about the fabulous lineup. You got a bunch of people. I know you just added some folks too. Tell me about some of the great people that are going to be on this show.
Yeah, so last year, we stripped it down a little bit, and we're doing it again this year because I find it a little bit more personable with the fans. We're not going to have a band. There's not going to be any band. It's going to be, the way we're doing it is we're having 2 riders rounds, and we're going to have artists in each round, and they're going to be able to sing some of their hits. And, and they'll be able to, take their time, get to talk about how, they've even maybe written the song or had their huge hit song written by somebody else and playing all their hits. So that's first and foremost. So it's going to be just a stripped down version with all the artists, just playing with their acoustic guitar, no band. And it was a huge hit last year. So, the word's starting to get around, through a lot of fans. So it's been great. But anyway, so we have Hollywood star Dennis Quaid is going to be there. Can you believe that? Dennis Quaid.
Oh, that's great.
And we also have John Schneider from the Dukes of Hazzard. We got Johnny Rodriguez is going to be there. My hero, Johnny Rodriguez. Barbara Fairchild, with the Teddy Bear song. Rex Allen Jr. is going to be there. Can you believe that? Rex Allen Jr.
That's great. What a great guy.
Gosh, who else? Bailey and the Boys. Oh my gosh, I remember when I was growing up listening to all their records. Kathy Bailey, what a beautiful voice. John McEwen from the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, the founder of the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band.
Oh, that's
he
great.
wrote all those songs, Fishing in the Dark and all that type of stuff, and he was on all these albums and records, and Keith Urban and a bunch of other people playing the banjo. I mean, just one of the best musicians in country music and bluegrass, and he's in the Bluegrass Hall of Fame. I mean, gosh, man, it's just going to be huge. Like John Barry, oh my God, what a voice! John Barry did our show last year, and he gave me a call and said, "Man, I loved it so much, he wanted to come back and do it again."
Oh, that's
we got
wonderful.
him on the lineup again this year.
That's great.
Gosh, who else am I missing? Rafe Van Oor, the songwriter.
Oh yeah,
He's
Golden
going to be coming out too.
Golden Ring, man.
He wrote Golden Ring.
Yeah.
George Jones and Tammy Wynette. Friday Night Blues for John Conley. Gosh, what a lineup.
Boy, I guess so. One of the nice things that came out of the whole COVID thing is that a lot of artists started doing shows like that. I was talking to Dickie Lee.
Yes,
he said he started doing some acoustic shows and talking about the songs, and just really taking the time and playing the songs, and it gets a more intimate performance, and he's fighting that, and I see that too. People really love that. It's a much more intimate performance, and you really get to hear about the songs, and you really get to hear them in a wonderful setting. Not to knock a full band concert, but sometimes you kind of miss things when you got all the music going on. You miss the meaning of the song, the lyrics of the songs, and you don't really hear the story of the song. So by this type of a setting, it's a really neat thing to be able to sit and listen very closely.
And you know what? And Nashville was based around this. This is the old Nashville. This is the way it used to be, where we have the writers' rounds, and they're able to sit and talk about how they've written the song. Plus, they can even talk to the crowd and say, hey, and say something to the crowd. And I didn't want, like I had in the past, like the first couple, 2-3 years, we had a full band, which was fantastic, but, we'd have a couple artists go up there, they sing their song, and they're off. Mm-hmm. Nothing really personable. It would just kind of sing your song, and then they're off, and then they'd walk out to the back door, and I didn't want that anymore. I wanted it to be personable with the fans, so you can sit down and get that personal feeling and to know exactly, what the artist is all about and the song is all about, and hear all the stories and everything that was behind them and how they got recorded and how they found the song. It's interesting,
You bet. Those are things I like to talk about when I do interviews,
Exactly.
We were all, you and Jennifer and Sarah and Merritt and I were all together at the Pigeon Forge at the NACMA Awards a few years ago. And Rex Allen Jr. was there, and he did that too. And he came out at the end of the program, and they put him in their Hall of Fame that night. And he sat there with just his guitar and played all those fabulous songs. And Sarah, my wife, was just mesmerized. She just, she really wasn't familiar with a whole lot of his stuff. And when he got all done, she just sat there. She had tears in her eyes, and it was just amazing to watch that performance. So getting to see that kind of stuff and this many people on one show for such a small amount of money and going to a great cause, I can't imagine why you wouldn't want to go to this.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's no time constraints on the artist too. There's no time constraints to where, we're pushing them up on stage and hurry. They're able to relax, and just enjoy the show and enjoy the audience, and the fans get to enjoy everything too. There's no, like I said, there's no stress involved. Everything's just, hey, it's your round. You do what you want. If you want to talk about stories, if you want to play this song, that song, it's what you want to do.
You bet.
And they make it their own round, so it's great. It's fantastic.
You bet. We forgot to mention one other very special performer, and that's a gentleman by the name of Bobby Marquez too. We can't forget him.
Yeah. So you know what? So I've always tried to stay out of the limelight. We've always just done the work, behind the scenes, and I would get up, maybe sing 1 or 2 songs during the intermission or whatever, and just kind of introduce everybody. And of course, my wife Jennifer, hosting as well, and Jennifer tells me, she says, you know what, you need to start doing some of your own stuff and get out there and start playing some of your own songs, because I do have a lot of my fans and stuff that are out there that have been telling me, Bobby, how come you don't sing a lot of your stuff at your events? And because that's not me. I don't like to be in the limelight, even though I'm the founder of it. I like to put it all about the kids, and I just kind of stay out of the way and let the other people, do their singing and everything. But this year, I'm actually going to do a little bit more. So what I'm going to do this year is I'm going to kick off the first song for each round. So I'm going to do one song. It'll be my own, and then I'm going to introduce everybody in the round. And then after everybody does their songs, I'll end it with one of my songs, and then we'll move to the next round.
Oh, perfect.
And then of course, I'll sing the first song of every round, and then the last song of every round. And that way, everybody can kind of, get a glimpse of, of everything, and they can hear some of my songs as well too. And there's nobody disappointed anywhere.
Good. That's wonderful. Well, I've been a big fan of your music ever since the first time I heard you, and then getting to meet and spend time with you made me an even bigger fan. And as I said at the beginning of the interview, you're always smiling, but you've got an even bigger heart. And you and Jennifer are both just we're just blessed to know you, and we feel uplifted every time we get to spend time with you. And it's evidenced by this wonderful benefit that you're doing. It's such a great cause for the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, and their current campaign is called Love Music, Stop Cancer. What a perfect thing. Bobby, what have you got coming up? You haven't had some new music out for a while. Are you doing some recording, and tell me about some of your tour dates. I know you've been really busy. You've been on the Penny Gillies show. You've been down in Branson. You've been busy.
Gosh, I'm starting to do more TV here and there. All of a sudden, it's like, I'm doing a lot of TV shows here, promoting, my events and everything coming up, and got a lot of that stuff going on too, and got a big tour coming up called the Tip of the Hat tour. So that's going to be starting in July here pretty soon. Well, it'll start up in July because I don't include the Country with Heart part of the tour, but we'll kick it off in July. I'm going to be heading out to New Mexico, Colorado, Durango, Colorado, and then we're going to head up to South Dakota, and then Wyoming. I'm going to be at the Terry Bison Ranch for the kickoff for Cheyenne Frontier Days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm excited because I've been trying to get in there for a long time, and finally it happened this year, and so we're going to be up there doing some stuff, and of course I'll be heading back to Branson, doing some cool shows out there, so I've got a lot coming up here. I'm going to be a very busy man from July to the end of December.
Well, that's great.
And I'm also I'm going to be shooting a new video for my song "Speak Love." We're actually in the talks right now of shooting that, and then we're also in the talks right now with some other folks and studios and stuff of me recording my new album. So we got a lot of stuff that we're working on right now behind closed doors, and I'll definitely let everybody know, as soon as we get everything recorded and have a release date for the album. It probably won't be till next year sometime, but it's going to be here pretty soon. We'll get into the studio and start recording some of my new songs. I'm excited because I got a lot of new songs I've written that I'm really excited about for everybody to hear. So
that's great.
It's going to be really, really cool.
Well, I'm looking forward to keep me posted, and we'll be waiting to play your new music, and love to, of course, have you on the show and do a feature on it. You're one of my favorite people. Anything I can do to help, I'm glad to do it.
Well, I appreciate that, Scott. You've been one of our closest friends over the years, and I appreciate everything you do for country music and for us independent artists out there. And if it wasn't for guys like you, we wouldn't have a voice out there to get our music out there. So I appreciate that very much.
Bobby's website is BobbyMarquez.com. Please go check that out. You can pick up Bobby's music there and stay in touch with him on his upcoming tour dates. And please go to Eventbrite.com and get your tickets for this fabulous 8th Annual Country with Heart benefit for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. And we're going to have all that information on our Facebook page, too. And you can get in touch with us if you have any questions, and we'll get those passed on to Bobby and Jennifer. And we hope you attend this fabulous event. And Bobby, my gosh, it's just a heartwarming thing that you're doing, and I just so thankful for people like you.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Scott. I appreciate that. And I just want the fans to remember, too, that we're going to have that silent auction. We got a lot of stuff that got donated to us from Hat Show Print. That we've got some stuff. Gene Watson had donated some stuff. Jimmy Buffett donated some stuff. The Crosley jukeboxes, we've got some stuff that we're going to have for silent auction, and St. Jude even donated some more stuff. So there's a lot of stuff we're going to have for silent auction to try and raise some money for the kids. So, if everybody just comes out and try to get what they want, we'll probably end up having it there. So it's going to be a great event. So I'm really excited this year. Can't wait.
Well, folks, again, please go to Eventbrite.com, get your tickets, and BobbyMarquez.com is Bobby's website, and looking forward to that wonderful show. That's going to be Saturday, June the 10th at the Nashville Nightlife Theater on Music Valley Drive there in Nashville, starting at 5 p.m. You can get your buffet and get ready for a fantastic evening of country music, that is for sure. Bobby, as always, thank you so much for taking the time to be on the show. And I just wish you all the best with this thing. And if there's anything else I can do from my end, don't hesitate.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
All right. We're going to play some Bobby Marquez music for you, my favorite Honky Tonk, man, I love that one.
All right.
And we're going to throw Marlboro Man in there. He's got some fabulous music. We're going to play some music from some of these great artists that are going to be on the show. Johnny Rodriguez, Rex Allen Jr., Barbara Fairchild. And we hope you go see them live in person on June the 10th. Bobby, thanks so much for being on My Kind of Country, my friend.
Thanks, Scott. I appreciate it.
Honky tonk, don't take me in and tear me up tonight, but don't leave me to my loneliness. Don't lead me on with lies. Don't you fill me full of hope, then fool me in the end. Honky tonk, don't you break my heart again. You always have a bar stool for me to set my troubles down. Trouble always finds me looking for a light. Sometimes I've got to wonder if you really are my friend. Honky tonk, don't you break my heart again. Honky tonk, don't take me in and tear me up tonight, but don't lead me to my loneliness. Don't lead me on with lies. Don't you fill me full of hope, then fool me in the end. Honky tonk, don't you break my heart again. Pulled in like a fool, watching her walk by, hoping she don't notice me through the corner of her eye. The beer is cold, the music's loud, and she's getting to my head. Honky tonk, don't you break my heart again. Honky tonk, don't take me in and tear me up tonight. Don't lead me to my loneliness. Don't lead me on with lies. Don't you fill me full of hope, then fool me in the end. Honky tonk, don't you break my heart again. Honky tonk, don't you break my heart again. She wrote her number on the back of his Marlboro pack. He gave her his tune, but so much for that. The number he gave her was as fake as his name, so she named him the Marlboro Man. He'd light up her smokes, she'd laugh at his jokes. He had her heart in the palm of his hand. In the morning she awoke to the mirrors and smoke, and just a memory of the Marlboro Man. So don't strike a match with a cowboy. He'll only put out your plan. are the ashes where there once was a Marlboro man. So she goes there each night, hoping he might come back to see her again. She's not over yet, the feeling she felt that night with the Marlboro man. So don't strike a match with a cowboy, he'll only put out your plans, and all you have left are the ashes where there once was a Marlboro man, where there once was a Marlboro man.
What's the deal? Who's the joker? The cards are stacked against her. They're two of a kind, bound to fold, no hand to hold. I shuffled through the clubs and thought I aced this game. Drew me a queen of hearts and dealt her my last name. She bet on a bluff, threw in a full house. That wild card made us go bust. What's the deal? I'm the joker. The chips are down and I lost her, but they're two of a kind, bound to fold, no hand to hold. Oh, take it away, boys. Only flips for diamonds, so let's call a spade a spade. Our new king better get it straight, 'cause he's the next to be played. What's the deal? We're the jokers, nothing up our sleeve to hold her, but we're two of a kind, bound to fold, no hand to hold. We're two of a kind, bound to fold, no hand to hold. Yeah, we're two of a kind, bound to fold, no hand to hold.